Close your eyes and imagine a world where tranquility and wellness are just a breath away. Welcome to our sanctuary of relaxation and rejuvenation. But what if you could carry your sanctuary with you wherever you go? Introducing our mobile app, access a wealth of yoga classes, guided meditations, massage collections, and self-care techniques right at your fingertips. Create your own oasis of peace, anytime, anywhere. Download our app to embark on a path of tranquility and self-discovery. Your journey awaits. Namaste.
Hi, welcome. Today we're going to be doing a yoga sequence to help with sleep. The one thing that you will need is a bolster, a yoga bolster, or if you have a blanket or even a folded up towel, that will work. So let's go ahead, grab what you need, and let's get started. If you don't have time to watch right now, go ahead and save this video to your watch later and just watch whenever you get a chance. All right, let's go ahead and get started in easy pose. So if this feels uncomfortable for your hips, you can also just widen those knees a little bit and put one heel in front of the other. This is actually my favorite position for doing breath work. So just find something that's nice and comfy for you, and let's go ahead and get started. Be sure that you're elevated somewhat on that, prop that you have. Helps a lot with just staying nice and comfortable as we're breathing. So go ahead and settle in a little bit, and let's go ahead and close our eyes and root down through your sit bones. Just let those hips soften. Let those shoulders drop away from the ears. And just go ahead and lengthen that spine without hardening your lower back. Just start to feel that length in your neck as you reach through the crown of your head, letting those shoulders relax. And let's just start by noticing our breath. It's a good chance it's going to be a little more shallow in your chest. Just notice and bringing your attention more inward. Notice if you're clenching your abdomen, and just relax. Soften your belly and just allowing that breath to start to move a little bit deeper without forcing it. Just relax your face, and I'd like you to let your tongue rest in the lower part of your mouth and feel just a softness in your jaw, feeling space in your mouth as we breathe. We're going to breathe in and out through our nose today. And let's go ahead and begin. You can open your eyes or you can leave your eyes closed, whatever feels better for you. So let's go ahead and start with our breath work. So at the top of each inhale and exhale, we're going to pause and just a nice full inhale and exhale. Always beginning with an exhale. Go ahead and breathe out through your nose. Pause for 2 seconds. And deep inhale. Pause at the top for 2 seconds. Exhale, full exhale through your nose. And pause at the bottom. Deep inhale. Go ahead and pause at the top. Full exhale through your nose. And let's just pause for a second. Go ahead and breathe normally. So sometimes when we start to try to control our breath, we tense up in our shoulders and our face. So just see if you can keep your shoulders nice and relaxed, your face nice and soft as we do another round. So let's go ahead and just relax those shoulders, lift your chest, and one more round. Full exhale. Go ahead and exhale through your nose, pausing for 3 seconds. Full inhale. Pause, 3 seconds. Full exhale. Relax those shoulders. And pause. Full inhale. Pause. Full exhale. Pause. One more round. Full inhale. Pause, relax those shoulders. Full exhale. Go ahead and just relax your breath and relax your shoulders. And let's go ahead and bring the soles of the feet together, moving into some hip openers. So you can just slide those heels in towards the pelvic floor. And today is not the day to try and push ourselves too hard, just being nice and gentle with ourselves. All right, coming into Baddha Konasana, let's go ahead and rock it out a little bit, just tuning in to the right and left hip. One side is probably going to feel tighter. And if you feel a lot of discomfort in your hips or your groins, you can always slide your feet out a little bit more, and don't worry if your knees are a little bit lifted. So wherever you're at, just breathe into those hips, nice long spine. I'd like you to grab hold of your calves or your ankles and just relax those shoulders, rooting down through your sit bones. And go ahead and just hinge at the hips. Just a gentle stretch for our hips and our groins. You can walk your hands forward. And go ahead and just let your gaze be down. Go ahead and bring your chin in towards your chest. And really taking our time with these poses today. Notice if you're clenching your abdomen, just soften your belly, soften your shoulders. Some deep breaths here. And for some reason, my left hip is always tighter. I'm just noticing any imbalances, just breathing into the tighter spots. Holding for another few breaths. And come on up and go ahead and help your knees up with your hands. You can straighten those legs and go ahead and slide your right ankle under your left knee. And we're going to stack our legs. Go ahead and bring your left leg on top of your right knee. And just never trying to force that knee down. Just breathing into that outer hip. And same thing, so rooting down through the sit bones. Nice soft shoulders, soft belly. And let's go ahead and hinge at the hips. It might be just a, inch that you're moving, just breathing into that left hip. You can bring your hands on the floor if you'd like. And just being gentle with ourself in our practice today. And you're going to feel this in your left hip. And just go ahead and bring that chin in towards the chest and just breathing into that left hip and really taking our time here. Just let that belly be soft. You can relax those shoulders. And go ahead and release and straighten those legs, opposite leg. So go ahead and bring the left ankle under the right knee. You can stack the opposite leg. Totally normal for one knee to be a lot lower, one hip to be a lot more open. And go ahead, rooting down through the sit bones and just ever so slowly hinging at the hips. And breathing into that right hip and glute. And just notice if you start to kind of clench your jaw or your abdomen as that tightness shows up a little bit more. We move a little bit deeper and just relax. A few deeper breaths here. Just allowing that breath to move a little bit deeper into our belly without being too focused on it. And another few breaths here. And go ahead and release. And coming into a squat position, go ahead and bring your feet wider than hip distance apart. And you're gonna pigeon toe your knees, your toes out. So go ahead and just come on up to the balls of your feet and just really let your hips sink down. Coming into a prayer position with your palms and just breathing into those hips. And go ahead and bring your chin in towards your chest, really allowing your hips to just sink down and allowing your heels to sink down as well. And letting that abdomen soften, and just a few nice deep breaths here. Relaxing those shoulders. And go ahead and come back down, and we're gonna move into child's pose. So go ahead and get rid of your prop. And coming to the center of our mat, go ahead and bring your big toes together and knees wider than hip distance apart. And you can just let your head rest on the mat. You can even stack your forearms if that feels better. Just make sure that your head is resting on something. And just allowing your hips to move towards your heels, not trying to force anything. Just really listening to your body. And allow those shoulders to soften, letting the abdomen soften. And just some nice deep breaths here. Letting the jaw just be nice and soft. Feeling that space in our mouth as we breathe. And just a few more breaths. Breathing into those hips. And go ahead and walk your hands forward so the arms are straight. You can spread your fingers wide. Just feeling more of a stretch in your low back. Go ahead and bring your hips up. You can tuck those toes under, coming into downward facing dog. Pressing those thighs back, letting those heels fall towards the floor, and just really easing into that stretch in our calves and our hamstrings. Drawing the shoulder blades in, just enjoying all that space in our chest and our spine. Just let that belly soften. Pressing in between the forefinger and thumb. And go ahead and bring those knees down, coming into tabletop. So make sure that your shoulders are over your wrists and your hips are over your knees. And on the inhale, go ahead and round your spine. And on the exhale, open. Rolling those shoulders back. Inhale, round. Exhale, open. One vertebrae at a time, just nice and slow. And do 2 more at your own pace. And child's pose, big toes together, you can separate those knees. And just stack your forearms, or you can rest your head on the mat. Now let's just take a few more breaths here. Breathing into the hips, the belly. Just one more nice full breath. Just wait 1 second. And let's go ahead and lay down on our mat. Make sure that you have your prop handy for our Savasana. And you can just lay back. Coming into happy baby pose, go ahead and bend your knees. And you can just grab the outer edges of your feet. And I'd like you to just separate your feet as much as you need to just feel that space in your hips. And just really let your belly be nice and soft. Relax those shoulders. And you can just rock from side to side a little bit. Just massaging the back and opening up the hips a little bit more. And finally, let's go ahead and just pause, breathing into those hips, letting the face be nice and soft. And go ahead and lower those feet and just lengthen through your toe tips and your fingertips. Go ahead and bring your arms overhead and just really feeling that length in your spine, that space in your abdomen. Go ahead and bring your palms out by your side, face up, and just a gentle twist to finish up our practice. So go ahead and bring that right knee up. You can grab hold of your right knee with your left hand. You can gaze over towards your right hand and just nice and slow, bringing that left knee over. Feeling that twist like a corkscrew, just starting from the bottom and moving all the way to the top towards your neck. And not trying to force anything. Go ahead and release. Nice and slow, coming out. And opposite side, go ahead and bring your left palm out. You can bring your left knee up and over. And gazing out towards your left fingertips. And don't be surprised if one side feels a little bit tighter. It's pretty common. Just a few breaths here. And nice and slow, go ahead and release. And let's get ready for our Savasana. Go ahead and grab your prop and just slide a little bit of support under your knees so that our low back is a little more relaxed. It can be as much support as you need. You can grab another blanket or whatever if it feels better. Let's go ahead and start with our Savasana, just letting your palms face up or down, whatever feels comfortable for you. And go ahead and just close your eyes, and we're going to do just a short body scan. So I'm going to walk you through it, relaxing the feet, ankles, calves, knees, thighs, hips, hands, arms, shoulders, chest, neck, jaw, face, and head. Just allowing everything to soften and relax. Not trying to control our breath here. Just allowing everything to soften. Getting ready for a nice, restful night of sleep. Just enjoying that space in your mouth. Nice, soft jaw. Just a few more breaths here. That is it for our practice today. Whenever you're ready, you can come to a seated position. Thank you for joining me today. If you enjoyed today's video, you should check out our app Yoga Plus, where you'll find some really great exclusive content. I look forward to seeing you there.
Welcome to Yoga Plus. Courses available from pupil to yogi. Sort by yoga, fitness, and instructors. Create your own routines. Access the pose library. Yoga Plus by PsycheTruth, available on Google Play and the App Store.
Join us for 14 and 30-day programs, hour-long classes, and much more on our yoga app, Yoga Plus by PsycheTruth. It's free to download and features a variety of wellness content, including yoga, fitness, Pilates, guided meditations, and interviews with dozens of wellness experts.